the last video I had explained you male reproductive system and what are all the accessory organs of the male reproductive system, what is a primary reproductive system, primary principal reproductive organ, what are all the accessory organ, what are all the accessory ducts which is plays a major role in the male reproductive system. Likewise, today I am explaining the female reproductive system. Okay, so again in this video also I am coming to the concept map. I already explained you the concept map, which is main heart of the lesson. I said in the all zoology lessons. Okay, so in the female reproductive system, if you see, female reproductive system is complex when compared to the male reproductive system. The male reproductive system, if you see, will study only detail about testis only. But here not like that. We have to study detail about ovary, uterus, vagina. So many things we have to read a lot. Why it is complex, ma'am? You may ask the question. Why it is very complex when compared to male reproductive system? You may ask the question. The thing is that the male reproductive system producing male gametophyte, that is sperm. Likewise, the female reproductive system also producing a female gamete called ovum. Along with the production of the female gamete, it is also producing it is also nurture the developing uterus, developing fetus. So, the fetus which is developing in the mother of the uterus, it has to be developed, it has to be nutrited. That is also done by the female reproductive system. So that's what the female reproductive system are complex. If you see the organs of the female reproductive system, that is principle of the organ is, that is the primary female reproductive organ. Primary and first and very important organ is ovary. What is it? Ovary. And next is fallopian tube. Next is uterus. So the primary organ is ovary. What is the accessory reproductive part of the female is fallopian tube, uterus, vagina. And along with this integratedly, that is your mammary gland. Mammary gland means breast. And so these are all along with this female reproductive system, you will be having menstrual cycle, that I will take in separate video. And this principal primary organ is ovary, and accessory organ is fallopian tube, uterus, vagina. Here they are missing one part of the female reproductive, that is cervix. Okay. So, in the mammary gland is a gland. It is not an accessory organ. Accessory organ is fallopian tube, uterus, vagina. But accessory gland is mammary gland, that I will take you separate video. Okay. So, today we will see about only ovary, fallopian tube, uterus and vagina. So, next I am coming to the first introduction. In the introduction part I already said it is more complex. That is female reproductive part is more complex than the male, because in addition to gamete formation, along the gamete formation, it is nurture the developing fetus. That is, it is giving the nurture to the fetus. Okay. So first you see this diagram. This diagram that explain you, that is this female reproductive part, that is the uterus, this dark purple color that indicates where the uterus, that is uterus along with this ovary and fallopian tube, it is located in the pelvis. Pelvic bone is, that is our hip bone, you have studied in the last year, right? So this hip bone is placed in your lumbar vertex. So along with that, it is corresponding to the lumbar vertebrae, this pelvic bone is located. Inside of the middle of the pelvic bone, your uterus along with the uterine tube or the fallopian tube, ovary, cervix, vagina, everything is located. So this is a common location in the body, female of the body. So now we are moving on to the uterus part. This is the uterus. It is inverted pear-shaped appearance. So you see this, there is on the ovoid shaped bodies or the spherical bodies is called ovaries. On the either side, our ovary is located in the lower abdomen. Okay, so this is the ovary. It is present in it is located in the lower abdomen of the female body. Okay, so first we will see about the ovary. Ovary is a primary female sex organ that produce female gamete called ovum. So if you see this ovary cut section, it is called stroma. What is the stroma? Stroma means it is inside the ovary. What all the things is present is called stroma, collectively called. That is, the stroma is differentiated into two types. That is the yellowish border you can appreciate in this diagram. Yes, you can appreciate like this. So this is this somewhat slight yellowish color, that is thick or the dense connective tissue is present here. It is called cortex of the that is ovarian cortex, and the inner part is a less densing. It is more dense connective tissues. Here the less connective tissues is there. So this more dense connective tissue is called cortex. Its name is tunica albuginea. Its name is tunica albuginea. You need not to worry about this all the parts. For your level, the tunica albuginea is very essential, and that is enough. The tunica albuginea is an outer cortex with a dense connective tissue. Connective tissue means so many cells, different types of cells is present here. So that connecting the cells, different cells is connecting as an tissues is called the connective tissues. As well as less connective tissue is present in the medulla. So the inner medulla, outer cortex. Outer cortex is yellowish appearance, which is called cortex, as well as, and its name is the cortex layer. Its first layer is first layer of the cortex is very first layer of the cortex is tunica albuginea. You can appreciate here. So this is tunica albuginea, is the first layer of the inner part of the ovary, and from there to here, this full yellowish part they had explained you, they had showed you where it reveals us. So it's cortex is the full part from there to here. The 1/4 of the from the wall of the ovary to till here, it is in the cortex. Okay, this is ovary cortex, and above the cortex you will be having the first membrane. First layer is called tunica albuginea. So if you see the cortex, you will be having a different stages of the ovaries will be there. Different stages of the follicles will be there. Different stages of follicle, that is primary follicle, secondary follicle, primordial follicles, and corpus luteum. So many different stages from small to bigger one. These are all the small sequential stages of the follicles you can appreciate in the cortex. But you see in the middle or in the center part of the medulla, which is full of with artery. I explained you in the last video. The blue color is vein, the red color is artery. So this is collectively called blood vessels. So there we saw testicular artery, testicular vein. Like here we can see the ovarian artery and ovarian vein. So these artery and vein is collectively called blood vessels, which is present in the medulla of the ovary. Okay, so this is medulla of the ovary. Here the thin connective tissues is present, but here dense connective tissue in the cortex, and it is with the granular appearances of different stages of follicle is present. Okay. And yes, if you see in this diagram, this ovary, which is present or located on the left and right side of the female in the lower abdomen. Okay, and these ovaries are captured by this ovary is made up of a different type of epithelium called cuboidal epithelium. That is cuboidal epithelium. So the cuboidal epithelium means that is germinal epithelium. Germinal epithelium means it is a very important epithelium. That is the cuboidal epithelium you have seen in the last year. That is in the each cell of the epithelium will be in the it is a square in shape. Somewhat in the square in shape, it is a cuboidal epithelium. That epithelium also known as germinal epithelium of the ovary. Okay, tunica albuginea. Next. So the medulla is a loose connective tissue with abundant blood vessels and lymphatic and nesting. In this diagram show you, this is a hip bone. Here the hip bone, that is pelvis bone, is present here, and this ovary is present or located with the pelvic bone by the ligament called ovarian ligament. Ligament is nothing but, here the ligament means the one bone and one organ, one muscle organ and one bone going to connected by always the ligament. So here our ovary is the organ, that organ is connected with the one bone with the help of ligament is called ovarian ligament or the mesovarium. Mesovarium means ovarian ligament. Ligament means it is going to connect one organ with one bone. So bone is here pelvic bone and the connection of the muscle part is here uterus of the ovary. So the ovarian ligament, it is connecting the ovary is called ovarian ligament, also called mesovarium. What is that? It is also called mesovarium. So that is about your ovary. So the ovary is it is on the primary sex organ that produce female gamete, ovum. Okay, this ovary is an ovoid in shape. Yes, it is ovoid in shape and it is located on the either side, left and right side of the lower abdomen, and in the pelvic bone it is connected by the ovarian ligament or the mesovarium. And if you see the cut section of the ovary, you can see the stroma. Stroma is differentiated into outer cortex, inner medulla. Before the cortex, that is the after first layer of the ovary cut section is tunica albuginea. Next is cortex with a thick dense of connective tissue with the different stages of cycles of these different stages of follicle will be there. Primary follicle, secondary follicle, primordial follicle. So cyclic changes will be there in the follicles. This is happening for the ovulation. You could have studied in the lower classes. Once the ovulation is happen, that is the there is an it is ready for the conception. Okay, that's it. Next I am coming to the ovaries over. So next to the ovaries, ovarian tube or the fallopian tube. What is this? Ovarian or the fallopian tube. So we have seen till now the ovary is a primary sexual organ, all those things we saw. So next I told you the primary organ of the female is ovary. The accessory organ is fallopian tube or the uterine tube or the oviducts and uterus and cervix and vagina. So all these things is there. Okay, first we'll see the fallopian tube. If you see in this diagram, the fallopian tube is starting from the periphery of the uterus. So periphery of the ovary. So ovary, this is ovary. Okay, the outer region of this is called the periphery. The outer region of this periphery is the outer region of the ovary is called periphery. I already explained you a lot of time in the last year. So this outer region or the periphery, from here the fallopian tube is starting. So this is the entry of the this is ovarian ligament. So from like this only your fallopian tube will be originate from here or it starts from here. The periphery of the ovary will give rise to the fallopian tube one end. Okay, the another end is presenting in the and it is go and end with the uterus. So this is going and end with the uterus. The one end is start with the periphery of the ovary. In the periphery of the ovary, if you see that, you can see some finger like projections is called the fimbriae. Some finger like projections. Some finger like projections is present in the ovary, periphery of the ovary, that is called fimbriae. It is used to collect the ovum from the ovulation. So ovum from the ovulation. This is your textbook diagram. If I already explained you, the ovarian cut section is showing the different types of follicle. Different types of follicles is going to end with the ovulation. Once the ovulation is completed, the ovum is produced. That ovum is collected only through the fimbriae part of the uterine tube. So this finger like projection is called fimbriae, which is collecting the ovum and it is going to the fallopian tube. So it reaches the fallopian tube with the help of only the fimbriae. So that is the role of the fimbriae of the fallopian tube or the uterine tube or the oviduct. Okay, next to the fimbriae, there is an elongated wide part is called wide part, which is the somewhat wide part which is arising from the or which is continues from the fimbriae is called the infundibulum. Then the infundibulum is continuous as part of this fimbriae. Okay, so this is a proximal part of the fallopian tube. What is the proximal? Proximal means front part. Distal means end part, middle part. So proximal part of the uterine tube is infundibulum, which is extending from or continuing from the fimbriae. And next to that infundibulum, there is somewhat narrowed part is called ampullae. From the ampullae, it is continuous, or the distal part of the oviduct or the distal part of the fallopian tube is called isthmus, which is very narrowed and it is very thick part, very thick and a narrowed part of the distal part of the uterine tube or the fallopian tube is isthmus. So this isthmus, ampulla, infundibulum, fimbriae are the parts of the fallopian tube to collect the ovum after the ovulation. And where the fallopian tube is main role we have, the fallopian tube is very important. I had explained you in the zoology first video, introduction video of this lesson. So the fallopian tube only ovulation, the fertilization and everything, that implantation, till the implantation everything takes place only in the fallopian tube. Once the zygote is formed, then only it is coming to the uterus, then only it is growing as an embryo of the fetus. So first the zygote is formed only in the fallopian tube. So the fallopian tube is very important in the reproductive part. Okay. Next, the uterus. Uterus also called womb. The uterus or the womb is a hollow and thick walled, muscular, highly vascularized. Highly vascularized means it is having so many blood vessels. So many blood vessels will be there. So many uterine arteries and so many uterine veins will be there. And so that so many blood vessels is there, it is highly vascularized. So many blood supplies is coming here, so that it is called vascularized. Why it is called muscularized? It is full of made with muscles. 3 types of muscle is making our uterus. So that it is called the yes, muscular, and it is inverted. If you see this, it is inverted, pear shaped. And next to that, it is the fundus organ. In the uterus organ, important organ is, that is the superior part, means the upper portion or the top portion of the uterus is called the superior portion is called fundus. This is very important part of the uterus. And this uterus is opens into the vagina. So the uterus is starting here and it is ends with the vagina through the cervix. So the cervix having one cavity, that cavity, cervical cavity, is called cervical canal. So the uterus is starting from here and end with the vagina. So this the full uterus part start with the uterus to till the vagina. In middle you having a cervix having a small cavity called cervical canal. And there is, you should know the 2 orifices. I explained you in the male reproductive part, orifices meaning opening. Opening means that hole is present in the 2 parts of the female reproductive part. One is internal orifice, which is presenting inside of the vagina, interior to the vagina. The exterior to the vagina, from the vagina to it is exterior, it is external orifices. There is then the external orifices or the internal orifices, which is presenting in between the cervical canal and vagina, is called internal orifice. And external orifice means it is presenting from the vagina to it is extending. That is from the vagina it is extending, and at the end, at the most orifice, at the last and end orifice is called external orifices. That is here genital orifices is external orifices. And this is cervical canal. This cervical canal and the vagina is both united to become as in the birth canal during the parturition, that is during the childbirth. Okay. So the vagina through the external orifice and with the uterus with the internal orifice. So what they are telling, the uterus with internal orifice, the vagina to external orifice. Here one orifice is there. That is, here one orifice is there. Here one orifice, here one orifice. So vagina to external orifice, uterus to internal orifice. So this internal orifice presenting in between the cervix and vagina, but that internal orifice is from the start to here, that is uterus to here. This is internal orifice, this is external orifice. This is cervical canal, this is vaginal part. Next, yes, the cervical canal and vagina forms the birth canal. Next, wall of the uterus, I already told you, it is a muscular organ. So this muscular organ is, it is made up of 3 types of muscles, that is endometrium, myometrium, perimetrium. Endometrium is nothing but endometrium, myometrium is the outer, perimetrium is an it's outer layers, that is membranous serous layer. Membranous serous layer means it does not have any blood supply. It just somewhat thin layer is membranous serous layer, and middle thick layer is somewhat it is thicker myometrium. This layer is very important during the parturition, that is during the childbirth, that is during the delivery. It is highly contracted and relaxes, highly contracted, so that the baby will be coming out or the pushes out. So that in that cases it is very help, that is our myometrium. Endometrium is most important, should know, all the girls and ladies should know about the endometrium. The endometrium is nothing but I had show you in the ovarian structure. In the ovarian structure, there is the different stages of follicles will be takes place. This different stages of follicles is in the every month we are getting this cyclic changes, that is called our menstrual cycle. So every month we are getting this cyclic changes will be takes place. So what will be happen, every month we'll be getting a new endometrium layer. Yes, so the menstruation is nothing but our endometrial layer is getting out, that is it is coming out, or it is washes out as in the blood through our vagina. So our endometrium layer only, it's getting older every month, so that it is coming as a bleeding, that is called a menstruation or the menstrual cycle or the menarche. So this menstruation cycle, every month we are getting a new endometrium. So endometrium is coming as a blood through the vagina in the menstrual cycle. So endometrium is very glandular. Yes, it is an inner glandular as well as, and it is highly vascularized. So, and it is undergoes the cyclic changes during the menstrual cycle. Myometrium exhibits the contraction during the parturition. So next is vagina. Vagina is a fibromuscular tube, that is there is a fibrous and as well as muscular. Both of the tissues united to getting a tube-like structure is called vagina. So fibrous part is there, muscular part is there. Fibrous part somewhat it is tough in nature, but muscular part is soft. So both type of the tissues is uniting to getting a vagina tube, and it is an organ of copulation. And the female reproductive structure external to the vagina. Vagina is presenting inside your external genitalia. So what is the external genitalia? The external genitalia is nothing but one is uvula. Uvula means comprising of labia majore, minore, hymen and clitoris. Okay, hymen, that is clitoris, and labia majore and labia minore. So external genitalia means it consists of labia majore, labia minore, hymen and clitoris. Okay. Next, this is your textbook diagram. So if you see that this is this bone, your spinal cord bone, that is your vertebral column. This is your sacrum bone and coccyx bone in the back. In the front you see this is our pelvic bone. In the pelvic bone you see this is our pelvic bone. This is this inverted pear shape is our uterus, and it is continuous as from there it is continuous as is, that is our fallopian tube with fimbriae, and it is fimbriae is catch holding like a ovary, and this is the part is urinary bladder, and this is a urethra. Okay, and this is back is rectum. So in between the rectum and urinary bladder will be having the uterus. So this is labia majore, minore, clitoris. These are all the external genitalia of the female. Okay, again the same diagram. So ovarian medulla, ovarian cortex, ovary catch hold by infundibulum, ambula from start here to here, isthmus, and this is whole is collectively called uterine tube. Whole is collectively called uterine tube. This is fundus. Ligamentum ovary. This is connecting the ovary to the uterus. This is body of the uterus. So now I had explained you ovary, fallopian tube, uterus, vagina, everything. So it is more complex because of gamete formation, and it is nutriting the developing fetus in the mother of uterus, and the part of the reproductive part is pair of ovary along with pair of fallopian tube or the oviduct, uterus, pelvis, vagina, external genitalia located in the thing, that is all the labia majore, minore, and mammary gland is internally, it is integrated structurally, and functions of the uterus is ovulation, fertilization, pregnancy, childbirth and child care. Child care is, they are telling here, lactating the baby, that is feeding to the baby also will link with the reproductive part of the female. And this part is ovary, primary sex organ producing ovum, ovary cut section stroma, differentiated into outer cortex and inner medulla, outer cortex above that tunica albuginea. This is different stages of follicle will be there. If you see in the medulla, blood vessels and ovarian ligaments is there. It is connecting the pelvic bone with the ovary. Then these are all the remaining part of the female accessory organ, and this part is uterus, infundibulum, infundibulum ambula, all the isthmus, all those three are fallopian tube. Fallopian tube is very important in case of the implantation and fertilization, ovulation, all those things. Uterus is a womb and it is thick walled, muscular, vascularized, inverted, P-shaped. It is important part is fundus. Cervix is presenting in between the vagina and uterus. Cervical canal formed by cavity of the cervix. Vagina is having external orifice, and from the uterus to till there is internal orifice. So cervical canal and vagina united to getting the birth canal. Vagina is a fibromuscular tube. This part is called a vagina. This part is called a vagina. It is a fibromuscular tube. It is made up of somewhat fibrous and muscular structure. It is organ of copulation. Along with that, it is forming the birth canal along with the cervix. So hope you all understand this video. So in next video, I'll explain about the mammary gland and menstrual cycle. Thank you.